Doctor Doom just kidnapped Franklin Richards.
What?
The Fantastic Four are shattered, and Marvel's next Avengers film has a title that will give you chills.
You're trespassing on my property!
This leaked post-credits scene flips everything upside down. Today, we're going deep into what was shown, and why this may be the most important post-credit moment since Thanos first grinned at the screen. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has never been short on jaw-dropping surprises, but the newest post-credit scene leak from Fantastic Four, First Steps, is on a whole different level. From the moment the leak hit Reddit threads, YouTube channels, and fan forums, the online world has been ablaze with theories, reactions, and a flurry of expectations. If true, this is no ordinary teaser. It's a seismic shift, the kind of game-changing moment that could redefine the next several phases of the MCU. Packed with emotion, mystery, and raw cinematic tension, the post-credit scene hints at something far more profound than a villain lurking in the shadows. It sets the stage for a personal and cosmic war, bringing into play a child with unimaginable power and a villain whose name alone sends chills down the spines of Marvel fans. So, what exactly happens in the scene that has everyone talking? Heads up! If you're not a fan of spoilers, apologies in advance. According to converging leaks from multiple reliable insiders and enthusiastic sleuths, the sequence is deceptively quiet in its setup. We see Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, in the serene comfort of her home, reading to her son, Franklin Richards. The moment is calm, even tender, a rare instance of peace following the chaos that unfolded in the main film. But then she steps out briefly, maybe to grab another book or check on something. And that's when the air in the room changes. A low electronic hum creeps in, subtle but eerie, the kind that makes your heart skip a beat because you just know something is coming. When she returns, she doesn't speak. She just freezes. Her face says it all: shock, fear, disbelief. Before her stands a tall, cloaked figure. He doesn't move or speak either. His presence alone commands silence. On one hand, he holds his iconic metal mask, its surface catching the light like a haunting relic. In the other, he cradles the unconscious body of Franklin Richards. It's chilling. Then the screen cuts to black. No music, no sound, just a single line of text that appears slowly, almost deliberately. The Fantastic Four will return in Avengers: Doomsday. This moment isn't just a thrilling end note. It signals the beginning of something much bigger. It marks the long-awaited arrival of Doctor Doom in the MCU, not with a flashy entrance or dramatic speech, but with something far more terrifying: stillness, confidence, and purpose. And by having him appear in such an intimate, emotionally charged setting, Marvel isn't just telling us that Doom is here. They're showing us that he's coming for blood. Doctor Doom has long been regarded as one of the most complex characters in comic book history. He's not a cackling, mustache-twirling villain. He's a monarch, a genius, and a deeply wounded man whose motivations often stem from a desire for control, order, and twisted justice. By holding Franklin Richards, a literal child who happens to be one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, Doom isn't just making a statement. He's drawing a line in the sand, daring the MCU heroes to cross it. He knows exactly who Franklin is and what he represents, and he wants that power. Franklin Richards, for those unfamiliar with the lore, is not your average Marvel child. This is a kid who, in the comics, has created entire universes, resurrected the dead, and played on the same cosmic playing field as Galactus and the Celestials. Introducing him now, and immediately placing him in danger, is Marvel's way of saying that the stakes are no longer just about Earth, or even a single timeline. The multiverse is on the table, and Franklin is the key to unlocking it. This revelation ties directly into what we've heard about the film itself. Fantastic Four: First Steps is said to be a roller coaster, one that doesn't waste time with origin story beats but throws us right into the action. Reports suggest the movie opens with fast-paced flashbacks to the team's earlier missions, establishing their legacy through encounters with classic villains like Mole Man and Red Ghost. But it quickly shifts gears when Sue discovers she's pregnant, and the tone deepens. Her pregnancy isn't just a subplot, it becomes the crux of a galactic standoff. Shalabal, one of Galactus's heralds, arrives with a dire message. Galactus is coming and he wants the child. What follows is a cosmic game of chess. Galactus offers a horrifying deal: hand over the unborn Franklin or watch Earth fall. The team refuses, leading to a climactic battle that ends with Sue hurling herself and Galactus into a portal. She sacrifices herself to save the world. But death isn't the end. Franklin, not yet fully aware of his powers, brings her back. It's a quiet resurrection, raw and emotional, hinting at the limitless potential that lies within him. All of this builds perfectly into the post-credit scene. The world is saved, but the family is vulnerable. And if there's one thing we know, it's that Doom waits for moments like this. Moments when heroes are tired, exposed, and distracted. His kidnapping of Franklin is more than just a cliffhanger. It's a declaration of war. And the text promising the Fantastic Four's return in Avengers? Doomsday is the drumbeat to battle. Naturally, fans haven't wasted a second unpacking what this all means. The internet is already ablaze with speculation. The most prominent theory gaining traction is that Doom plans to use Franklin's powers to reshape the multiverse in his own image. This lines up perfectly with the 2015 Secret Wars comic arc, where Doom becomes God Emperor Doom, ruling a patchwork universe he holds together through sheer will and stolen power. That storyline is one of Marvel's most ambitious and beloved, and signs are pointing to it being the blueprint for where the MCU is headed. There's also a growing belief that this leak might be a calculated misdirection by Marvel itself. The studio has a track record of producing fake scenes and alternate footage, specifically for test screenings and trailers to throw off spoilers. So while the scene feels authentic and lines up with many insider reports, it's still possible that the final cut will offer a variation or an entirely different reveal. Some insiders like John Campea have pointed out inconsistencies in the reported footage, suggesting Marvel might be using fan fervor to its advantage, fueling hype while keeping the real twist hidden until opening night. But assuming the leak is real, the implications are staggering. For one, it means Doom isn't being introduced with a slow burn. He's coming in hot, already in motion, already wielding influence. This could shift the narrative structure of future films drastically. He's not a background threat or a shadowy figure being teased for future phases. He's here now. And the fact that he's linked so directly to Avengers, Doomsday suggests that he won't just be the villain of one movie. He'll be the architect of a multiversal collapse, the central antagonist of the saga. There's also buzz about how this post-credit scene might connect to other upcoming films. The Thunderbolts post-credit scene reportedly featured a Fantastic Four rocket, indicating that the FF is already embedded in the broader MCU storylines. Meanwhile, Spider-Man. Brand New Day has whispers of multiverse shenanigans and alternate versions of characters that could tie back to Doom's manipulations. These cross-film connections are classic Marvel, but with each new thread pointing back to Doom, it's becoming clear who's pulling the strings. What makes this scene even more effective is how grounded it feels emotionally. This isn't a cosmic explosion or a massive battle. It's a quiet moment that becomes horrifying through a sudden, intimate violation. Doom doesn't need to shout or destroy a city to show his power. He just needs to take a child from a mother who just fought a god to protect him. That's what makes it unforgettable. Social media reactions have been electric. Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube comment sections are brimming with excitement, disbelief, and pure hype. Some are calling it the best post-credit scene since Thanos turned around and smiled. Others praise the emotional weight of the moment, especially the symbolism of Doom holding both his mask and the child, one representing control and domination, the other raw, untapped potential. Marvel has always excelled at using its post-credit scenes not just as teasers, but as narrative pivot points. Think back to Nick Fury in Tony Stark's living room, or Thanos retrieving the Infinity Gauntlet. These scenes shift the entire universe, recalibrate expectations, and get people counting the days until the next chapter. The Fantastic Four. First steps. Post-credit scene, if genuine, belongs in that pantheon. It tells you that things are about to change, not just in scale but in tone. This time, it's not just about superheroes saving the world. It's about family, legacy, power, and the terrifying consequences of having all three converge in the hands of someone like Doctor Doom. The line between personal and cosmic stakes is vanishing, and Franklin Richards is the fulcrum. Doom knows this, and that's why he came for him. For longtime comic readers, this development is deeply satisfying. Doom and Franklin have a long, tense history in the source material, and Marvel seems poised to adapt that conflict for the big screen with all the nuance it deserves. For casual fans, it opens the door to the next wave of Marvel storytelling stories where the emotional and the epic walk hand in hand. So yeah, the path ahead is thrilling and uncertain. But with Doom now looming and Franklin in peril, it's clear that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is gearing up for a narrative unlike anything we've seen before. What do you think of this revelation? Do you think Marvel will stick with the general hype this time? We'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Don't forget to share this video with a fellow MCU lover. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.